This is what my level 676 PSN account Platinum Trophy collection looks like. First of all, let's just go to our trophy stats. So here we go. So yep, level 676. My next level progress is 86%. We got 333 platinums, 1,887 gold trophies, 4,909 silver, and 14,725 bronze, bringing our total trophy count to 21,854. So welcome legends to another video. Appreciate you being here. We're going to be going through a few of my trophies. Since this is more of an update video, I'm not going to be going through every trophy. The last time we left off, I think, was Assassin's Creed Mirage or Divine Knockout it might have been. So we're going to go from there, work our way up. Yeah, so it's been a pretty crazy year. I've got some really good platinums this year, a couple of not so good platinums, but let's have a look what we got. So up first is going to be Saints Row. This was the reboot thing that came out in 2022. Not a very good game. Because of this game, I think Saints Row is probably, not coming back for a little while at least. Hopefully it does come back because I love the Saints Row games, but this one was incredibly disappointing. I think I did actually do this one last year. I finished it off in December, I think. Yeah, so you can see there. Started it in 22, finished it on December 23. Yeah, I had a little bit more fun when I went back to it because it had a few patches. It wasn't quite as glitchy as it was before. I did also go and grab the DLC trophies. Then I'm moving on to Modern Warfare 2, the campaign remaster. This one was really, really fun. It wasn't as difficult as I remembered it being back in the day, but I think on the PS3, you actually needed to do some co-op thing, and you didn't have to do it in this remaster. So I think that's probably why I'm remembering it being more difficult back on the PS3. Either way, it was fun. It was pretty short, and I enjoyed my time with it. I then went and did the Five Nights at Freddy's games. So I did the first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. None of them have got platinums, unfortunately, so no platinums to add to the collection for those games. I remember 1 being really difficult, 2 feeling impossible, and then 3 and 4, if I remember right, 3, I think it was 3 that was pretty easy. 4 was the glitchy one. Yeah, 4 was the one where you mostly got to rely on sound. You need to kind of listen what side the animatronics are coming from. And for me at least, the sound just did not work very well. It sounded like they were coming from one side and then they were on the other. Sometimes they just didn't make any sounds and they just pop up at the door. It was really annoying and kind of broken, this version, I felt. FNAF 5 Sister Location. You can see I didn't do this one. I didn't finish it. And it's because of 1 trophy. And if you've played this game, you probably know exactly what trophy it is. Okay, 2 trophies. So complete the custom nights challenges. I'm not sure if that one's the difficult one or if it's the Golden Freddy mode. I think it might be the custom nights. Basically, from what I remember at least, you need to include every single animatronic in the night and you have to survive it. It was 20 animatronics or something. It was something ridiculous anyway. And I remember trying it for maybe, I want to say 2 hours. And you know when you're just trying to get a trophy or you're playing a difficulty in a game, I just looked at the trophy and the challenge and thought, if I can do this, it's going to take so freaking long that I don't know if it's going to be worth it. When I did try for that hour or 2, I just did not see the light at the end of the tunnel. I wasn't even getting close to being able to do it. So yeah, I just gave up. And honestly, I don't know if I'll ever go back and do it. I really don't know. I've then got Tales of Iron. This is a really fun kind of 2D Souls-like game. Really fun. Definitely recommend it if you're into those kind of games. It was a blast. The finals, I think I went over this trophy. I don't think I've really made any extra progress since then. I've probably played it once or twice. The platinum takes hundreds of hours or something ridiculous, and I didn't enjoy the game enough to put that much time into it. Daymare 1 and 2. 1, not very good. Daymare 2, however, if you enjoy horror games, I definitely recommend this one. It's a bit of a hidden gem. I think a lot of people just didn't even give it a try because the first one was so bad, but The second one is a major improvement. No, so this one, I think from looking at my wrap-up, was the first trophy I got this year. So that was another one. Super short, really fun. Call of Duty Ghosts. This one was a bit of a hair pull, not gonna lie. Didn't bother with the DLCs just because they seemed really ridiculously grindy, and for whatever reason, the Call of Duty games DLCs seem to just like never go on sale. And I'm not paying 35, 40 quid for a season pass in a Call of Duty game that's like 5 years old. I'm just not going to do that. I did get the platinum though. Overall, it wasn't too bad. The main issues were the new extinction mode trophies. They were a bit of a headache. My teammates didn't want to cooperate a lot of the time, which made it even more difficult than it needed to be. So that one, definitely prepare yourself if you go for that. I did have fun with it though. The campaign was actually surprisingly way better than I thought it was going to be. Then we got Far Cry New Dawn. I enjoyed this one a lot more than I expected. It was platinums, the usual Far Cry stuff though, nothing too crazy. You do have like a base though in this one that you can kind of build up, and then there's like a little co-op mode where you take on expeditions, which was a nice little change. Overall though, the usual Far Cry deal. Friday the 13th game, I think this has been like shut down, this one now. The servers I think are off. I think it's another one that takes like 200 hours, probably longer. Didn't really get very far into it, as you can see. God of War Ragnarok. Really enjoyed the game. Didn't think it was quite as good as the first one, and I definitely prefer the old God of War style games. I do enjoy these. I did go and get the Valhalla DLC trophies as well, which was a really fun roguelike mode, and if I remember right, it was free DLC, which you absolutely can't complain. The Pedestrian, small little PSN game, no trophy, no platinum, sorry, tied to that one. It Takes Two, played this with a friend. All of these kind of co-op games like this, It Takes Two, and I think the other one was A Way Out. Both are really good. I don't think I ever platinumed A Way Out, but It Takes Two I got done. And we need more co-op games like this, I feel. We're not going to talk about that one. Proteus, I got the PS5 version. It was an absolute blast. Really, really fun. There was a bit of a grindy trophy towards the end where you needed to, I think it was kill like a certain amount of enemies. Yeah, so you had to kill 10,000 enemies. This could have took a long, long time, but there's a mode where you can enter, like you can make maps, and people have made a map that's just like an infinite, ridiculous enemy spawn count. Very much like Doom is the best example I can give, just on a smaller scale. So if you enjoy Doom, you'll probably like that one. The Last of Us Part 2. We know what this entails by now. The Last of Us has been re-released more times than I've had hot dinners. I did the grounded mode, which is the usual complete on the grounded difficulty, the hardest mode, and I completed with the permadeath settings. Then we've got Part 2 remastered. Did the same for this. Did the grounded, did all the trophies. The no return DLC, however, was quite difficult, only because of one trophy, which was, from what I remember, you get to try once a day, and you needed to win, May Your Death Be Swift. You needed to win a daily run of no return on grounded. So of course, grounded is the hardest difficulty. The main issue was, as you can see there, daily run. You only get one attempt at this per day. This could have been really bad. I think I pulled it off on maybe my third day, I think it was, of playing it, second or third day. So I feel like I got a pretty lucky level, because the level also changes and the permutations change every day. So I think I just got a lucky day, but potentially this could have been really rough if I just tried day after day and didn't do it. Next we've got Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I think I've literally like edited the video for this and everything and just never got around to actually uploading it for whatever reason. I will upload it at some point. Brotherhood, absolutely amazing game. All of the Ezio collection, the trilogy of Ezio's games are all really good. 2 is amazing, Brotherhood I actually like more than Assassin's Creed 2. It's very similar to Assassin's Creed 2 as far as the trophy list goes. A couple of collectibles, not as many collectibles this time. I think the biggest change is probably the whole recruitment mechanic that the game has. You can recruit assassins and send them on challenges and missions and stuff like that. For me, it made the game even better, and you had these Animus medal things as well. The usual Assassin's Creed endeavors, I will upload it at some point. Revelations, played a little bit of it, as you can see I only got 11%, so I still need to go back and finish that. We've got more terrible Vita shovelware games. Then we got RoboCop Rogue City, which was a lot better than I expected. I didn't think it was going to be nowhere near as good as it was. Playing as RoboCop was badass. You felt like a badass playing the game. The guns felt pretty freaking cool. You could throw enemies around. It was just really fun. It was a fun ass game, which I cannot say for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, because this game was absolutely terrible. It was boring. The combat was pretty freaking bad. The story was terrible. It was just a messy, messy game. I want to say it was a massive disappointment, but honestly, after, I don't know what reveal it was, but they kind of like revealed the gameplay at one point, and as soon as I saw the gameplay and the numbers popping up and it was going to be a live service game, all that kind of stuff, I was like, yeah, I'm probably, my excitement is just like out the window as soon as I saw all that. I did still play the game though, just because, you know, could have been wrong. I wasn't. It was terrible. The platinum was boring. I was very happy to be done with that one. Next, we've got Dead Island Riptide. This one I did with another trophy hunter called Bomb Chop. He's got a channel. He also does videos. He did a video on this as well. And yeah, it was really enjoyable game. Obviously, way more fun when you play a game in co-op. You can probably play a bad game in co-op and it'd still be enjoyable if you're playing with the right person. Not saying this was a bad game. It's actually a really good game. It's just, you know, the co-op elevated it. We're not going to talk about Waludime. Access Denied. That's actually a really fun puzzle game. That one was one of the few Vita games that I ended up buying for cheap that I didn't feel dirty getting the platinum for, because it was just fun. No platinum for that one. And then I did Crash 1 and Crash 2. Crash 1 was, not going to lie, pretty rough. The platinum, difficult. I was chuffed with this one. Like, really happy once I got the platinum for this, just because if you've watched the video, it was a game that I was just never able to fully finish when I was younger. I tried to get all the gems and the relics and stuff, and I just couldn't pull it off. I just wasn't good enough. So when I went back and played this version, I was determined to get it done. And it felt pretty good getting it done. Something I always wanted to do. And I also, which was even more difficult, the DLC Lost Treasures level. This one, Do Hard Time. That's rough. That is a very rough trophy. Harder, I think, than even the platinum for the base game, because it's just a long level. And yeah, it sucked. Helldivers 2. Started this one. It is one that I do want to go back to and platinum at some point. So, you know, probably expect a video at some point in the future. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. If you watched my video on this one, you know this one really got under my skin with some of the challenges. Overall, though, looking back on it, the game is incredible. It's super, super fun. And I had a blast playing basically the whole thing up until a few of the ridiculous challenges towards the end of the game. Getting this 7-star hotel trophy, it kind of surprises me that 2.2% of players have earned it, because it honestly is insanely difficult, and the Chadley combat simulations and stuff. But I guess it just kind of shows how hardcore the Final Fantasy fan base is, that a game this difficult can have a platinum rarity of 2.1, which is low. But considering the difficulty and the length of the platinum, it should be way lower. Like way, way lower. I'm surprised it isn't under 1%. Skull and Bones wasn't a blast. Pretty tedious. You see what I mean with the trophy though? Ultra rare, 1.2% of players. How have less people platinumed Skull and Bones than Final Fantasy Rebirth? Crazy. Usually Final Fantasy fans, hardcore. Punch Club 2. This one I really, really enjoyed. This is such a fun game. Simulation, indie, 8-bit style. Right up my alley. Yeah, I love this one. If you're into those kind of games, definitely check this out. My video didn't do very good on it, but damn did I have fun playing it. We got Spyro 1 and 2. Spyro 1 is up on the channel. It's really easy and very short. Not much to say about it. Play the game, platformer, you know, get some collectibles, do a couple of random things. And then Spyro 2. I don't know what happened to my footage. I remember recording this game, but I don't know where the footage has gone. I've looked all over my PC and I can't find it. So I don't know where that thing's gone. Like, it just disappeared. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. I really want to go back to this because what little I did play was really good. And I love the Like a Dragon and Yakuza games. So definitely going back to that. Stellar Blade, way better than I expected. Got the Platinum. Souls-like-ish. That kind of combat, third-person action. Way too many collectibles, though. I will say that, like, way too many collectibles. And you need to play through the game multiple times for different endings. I did go and do the New Game Plus as well and get all the new skills. Yeah, really fun game. I Am Dead. This one was a small little indie title. Not much to say, but it was fun. Last Stop. Same small indie game. It's kind of like a Telltale game, if I remember. I'm pretty sure it was that one. Fallout Shelter. Been picking away at this one. I mean, I haven't played it in a while, but I was kind of working towards it. Fallout 4 was one that I finally went back to, and after years and years, I tried to play it like 5 different times and just never got into it, but I was determined to get it done this time. I did most of the DLC as well. You can see I've still got to do Far Harbor, which I'm actually looking forward to playing that. And Nuka World kind of burnt me out a little bit, so I stopped. That's a small little horror game. X-Defiant, rest in peace. Servers will be going down like, what, mid next year, so yeah, that one's going the way of the dodo, which is unfortunate because it's a really good game. It was a lot of fun. No platinum though, unfortunately. Human Fall Flat. I think I need to go back and do some of the DLC because this is one of those games that gets free DLC every couple of months, so I need to do those two. But you can see I've done all of the others. And I think altogether it's like, what, 100 trophies or something ridiculous. You do need to speedrun the game. So you got this one there. Yeah, speedrun. Complete the game, start to end in one run. So I don't think you have to actually speedrun it. There's no like time. You just need to just complete the game in one sitting. It's a pretty short game though, especially if you know where you're going and what to do. It only really takes about 2 hours, so it's not too bad. And if you're playing with someone, it's just a really fun game. Even just like outside of trophies, to play with a mate and just have a laugh. It's a good one. Cat Quest. I did Cat Quest 1 and 2, about 10 hours in length, so they don't overstay the welcome. Spider-Man 2. Really enjoyed it. Very similar trophies and everything to the first game. Probably preferred the first game, if I'm being honest. Monopoly Plus, no plat. Witness. This was actually one that I played years ago, I think. Yeah, look. So I got a trophy there. I'm guessing that's my first one. I got that in 2021. And I think I got all of the trophies apart from one. Yeah, so there was only one trophy I need, which was this one. Challenge. Complete a certain challenge. This shit was so annoying. I looked at it and I thought, why am I missing only one trophy? I'm going to go back and do it. And then I went back and started working on it. And then I remembered why I stopped and why I didn't do it, because it's really annoying. Stick to the Man. Outlast, I think. Outlast, I went back and did the collectibles for Whistleblower, if I remember right. Yeah, because I did this in 2014. Yeah, so I went back and just did these 2, which was basically, yeah, just the collectibles. Outlast is one of, in my opinion, one of the best horror games ever made. It single-handedly restored my love for horror games, so I'm always going to remember the game for that. Rocket League, went back and just did some random trophies. Super Exploding Zoo, same, went back. Cat Quest 2, similar to the first one, but now you play as a cat and a dog. Diablo, I think I need to get to level 100 or something. Yeah, because he has 70%. For the most part, I think it's just get to level 100 and kill whatever that boss was called, the lady in the top left there, Lilith. Oh, and reach Paragon level 200. I actually don't remember that trophy. Oh, and level 50 with a hardcore character. I think I'm level 47 or something. Generation 0, need to go back to that. Typewriter, a couple of Vita games. Vita. I think I went back and did the random 1 DLC trophy for this. Yeah, I thought it was a really good game and definitely deserves at least a remake, you know? Motorstorm RC, really good Vita game. Iron Snout, that's a shit one. SpongeBob SquarePants, Battle for Bikini Bottom. It was pretty good. It was fun for what it were. Tormented Souls was one I went back to. I think I just needed 1 trophy. Yet another zombie defense. Nothing too much to say about this. Some of the trophies are pretty cool though, in all fairness. There's a couple of random little things like survive 10 nights without taking damage that kind of switch up how you play the game. Sound Shapes on the PS4, it's just some DLC I went back to. Cosmic Shake, so I did both of the SpongeBob games. Division 2, I've been playing this more recently. Both of these actually, Division 2 and Killing Floor 2. I've been playing those with, again, Bomb Chop. We kind of went back and finished off all the random stuff. We both needed to basically clean up the game, and it was a fun time. I need this 1 trophy though, but I'm not sure I'll even be able to get this one because of the raid. When I did try, it was really confusing. But you see, I did all the other stuff, and of course, just platted the main game. I think the last trophy we really needed that was a little bit tedious was, if I go to, I guess just go to new. Yeah, this one, collect any suit of cards in the open world. We basically just spawned and ran down a street, and every, I think it was half an hour, the enemy would spawn that we would need to kill, that would drop a card, but it was random what card it would drop, and you needed the full suit of a deck. It was annoying, basically. Killing Floor 2, again, clean up. DLC was probably the hardest part of this, which was, I'm not sure which DLC it was. I think it was this one, From Here to Eternity. If I remember, this was quite difficult. The thing with this one is I was going to do a video on this, and then I quickly realized as I was playing it and recording that, as you can see, most of the trophies are just basically collect all items on a map. Advanced Warfare, not done any of those. Sound Shapes again. Goat Simulator on PS3. All-Star Battle. Tiny Tina's, this one was quite disappointing. I'm pretty sure though originally it was just a free DLC to promote one of the games. Oh, to be fair, the game itself is really good. It's just the trophies, because reaching level 35, there's just not enough content in the game for you to reach level 35 without having to do 10 hours of just mindless killing enemies. And then this Killer Chubby, this little turd was so ridiculously rare. It took me ages for him to even to spawn so I could kill him. It was, yeah, the whole thing trophy wise for this one was just not very fun. What we at? Doom 64, no plat. AEW Fight Forever. I think I platinumed this one on stream if I remember right. Still not made the video. I didn't really enjoy the game though, to be fair. It was pretty tedious. Luckily though, there was a glitch or an exploit. I don't know what you would really call it, but basically there was an exploit where this one here, complete Road to Elite 10 times. Road to Elite is basically to my knowledge, AEW's WrestleMania. So you have to play through a year of the campaign or whatever, the story, and you needed to do that 10 times. but there was a glitch where if you get to the end of the game where it gives you the results and then you close the game and then reopen it, it'll give you the results screen again, and then for whatever reason it counts as a second playthrough. So I literally just had to restart the game like 10 times and I got it, which was nice because I really didn't want to play through the game anymore. Dead Rising, one of my favorite games of all time. I finally, after many years, got the platinum on this sucker. We all know the trophy that haunts everyone. Survived for at least 7 days, 7-day survivor. In this version, that means 14 hours of playing the game straight, no breaks, no sleep, nothing. Sit there, and every, I think it's 20-ish minutes, make sure you got your controller in hand and you're ready to feed Frank, because if you don't, he will die and you will want to die because you will lose all of your progress. But I was really happy to finally pull that one off. Withering Rooms, decent horror game. I'm not sure what happened there. Life is Strange, nothing too crazy to talk about. Hello Neighbor, that shit was so glitchy, it's ridiculous. And then the second game was just way better. Less glitches, actually felt like a proper game, whereas the first one, it feels more like a, I don't know, like a test or something, like a beta. It's just not very good. Second one, pretty good though. Last of Us Remastered, I need to finish that one up because I think it's the last of Us game that I actually need to plat. Borderlands, a pre-sequel, pretty good. I love me some Borderlands, so I am happy to always do the Borderlands games. We've got Resident Evil 5. I'm pretty much at the platinum, so I've got the DLC stuff. Most of that I think was quite tedious. The base game though, I did it back on PS3. I wanted to go back and finish up the PS4 version, I think. Yeah, I had a few from 2020. I got a few from 2017 as well. But then I went back this year, did most of the other stuff. Honestly, I thought I platinumed this game. I must have just, for whatever reason, forgot to go and do these final 2 trophies. So I need to just use a rotten egg to defeat an enemy and upgrade all my weapons. Got Borderlands 2. This was basically just go back to do all the DLCs. I want to try and get 100% in every single Borderlands game, so it's a lot of DLC to go back to. Sly Raccoon, I want to do the whole series. Dead Rising 2, another one I done the PS3 version, so I went back this year and finished off the PS4 version. I'd mostly just played through the game, not really bothered with trophies up until I finally went back to get it. Finished off Guardians of the Galaxy. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, went back for the DLC. I think the DLC season pass or whatever was on sale. Went back and did Need for Speed Unbound. I think did we get it on like PlayStation Plus or Premium or something? So I was like, yeah, I'll go back and get it done. Security Breach, another one I went back and got done. I think I just needed, for the most part, yeah, the collectibles and then never use a hiding spot throughout the whole game. Days Gone, definitely up there as one of my favorite PS4 titles. Like, it's so, I was gonna say it's underrated. It's not really underrated anymore. I feel like it was. People now are realizing how freaking good this game truly is, and it's just a shame we'll never get a sequel. I'll always say that. I'll always go back to that because it's a travesty. The one I actually needed to go back for, I think, was challenge mode. This is no joke. This trophy, I mean, the rarity says it all. Earn a gold medal in all challenges. This thing was really difficult. Took me a fair few hours just to complete one challenge. And yeah, it was kind of brutal, not gonna lie. But I was determined to get that 100%. Foam Stars, I think that's shutting down. We got Astro's Playroom, everyone knows about that game. Probably the best free PlayStation game. And a platinum. Everyone should have. I think, why did I go back to it? Was it because, did they add like new bots to promote the new game, I think? Yeah, they added new special bots, didn't they, to promote the new Astro game, which we'll get to very soon. Vampire Survivors, still need to go and finish that. It's got so many goddamn trophies and DLCs, look. It's crazy. Resident Evil 6, again, went back to do all the Resident Evils. Atlas Fallen was DLC. Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. It was pretty underwhelming. Didn't take very long though, thankfully. Zombie Army 4 DLC. I went back to grab that. Just all of the Sniper Elite games are fun as well, which is another series I do want to go and grab the plats for. Star Wars Outlaws, pretty disappointing. And there was a trophy that was glitched for like 2 months or a month or something. Yeah, you can see it there. The game overall, I didn't think it was like a bad game, but it could have been way better, which I feel like we say quite a lot these days when it comes to Ubisoft games. They've really dropped the ball a lot in the past like 2 years. Other than the Crew Motorfest, by far, in my opinion, the best game they've released in quite a long time. Astro Bot, absolutely goated. I do need to go back and do the DLC though. I think that's just a puzzle game. Time Splitters 1, Blast from the Past. I played the Time Splitters games like crazy when I was younger. So to go back and not only play the game, but get trophies and get the platinum was super cool. I do need to still do Time Splitters 2 and 3 though, so I'm going to do those in the future. Whether I make a video, I don't know, but I really want to get them done. Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. I personally feel like this was a brilliant remaster. Not perfect, but really good. Max Payne, no platinum. There should have been though, because goddamn is that game freaking difficult. That one, under par. Finished the game quicker than the par time. That shit was difficult. And from what I remember, I think I actually ended up just cheating. Dave the Diver, I want to do that at some point. We got the Player Room, Vita game. What Remains of Edith Finch. That was really fun. It's basically a walking simulator for the most part, but the story's really cool. A couple of Vita games. Again, this year I played a decent amount of Vita games. Dead Rising 2 off the record. Did this with Chop. A lot more difficult than I expected. Some of the challenges was a little harder than I thought they would be. Modern Warfare 2. With all the remakes and remasters and blah 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 of Modern Warfare these days, I honestly just don't know which is which anymore. What I do know though is the PS5 version of Black Ops 6, which is the one I did, and Modern Warfare 3 didn't have a platinum because apparently they thought it'd be a good idea to just add it as DLC. Tricky Towers I'm slowly working on in the background. Extinction, another one, been playing with Chop. We got it done. Took quite a while, but it was pretty fun. Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. We're getting more to the recent stuff now, so we're almost done. I really enjoy Horizon Zero Dawn. For whatever reason, when I tried Forbidden West, it just didn't grab me. I played a few hours and just never went back. Still need to do some of the DLC though, so I need to get that done. Then we did Chapter 1 of Poppy Playtime. No platinum for that one. Chapter 2, very similar to Chapter 1, but there's like complete the game without dying and then speed run it in under 45 minutes. Sounds difficult. It's really not as bad as it sounds, especially if you use the kind of uploading your save strategy. It makes it basically just another trophy, you know? Nothing too crazy. Silent Hill 2, not got around to playing it yet. Same with Resistance Retribution, both of those I want to play. Portal Knights, I think I'm basically done with the game. Platinum wise, I think I need to just like dig some dirt and that's about it. Yeah, craft some items and dig some dirt. So I'm pretty much done with this one. Liberation and Black Myth Wukong are ones I want to get to. Chapter 3, very similar to Chapter 2. The game was actually really good. Way better than I thought it was going to be. The story's actually really interesting as well. Dead Nation, that's what I'm working on. Rivals, working on. Frytense, that was, depending on when this goes up, that was probably my last video. Crime Boss, working on it. Started it quite a while ago, but I'm slowly picking away at it. It's quite a long one though. And then that's it. That's all of my trophies. Thank you for watching and thank you for sticking around the whole year. I appreciate it. I've been Mr. Leaning. Thank you for watching. Consider leaving a like and subscribing, and I'll see you in 2025.